100 Side Hustles Without Quitting Your Job. This is a very interesting book. So you want to start a business or you want to start that side hustle to make you some money, but you don't necessarily want to quit your job, or you shouldn't quit your job because you don't know how well your side hustle or your side gig is going to work. So instead, the way to approach this would be to find a side gig or a side hustle that you can do while you're still employed full time. And this way you can hold on to your job, you can work on the side hustle until you get it to that level where you can then decide if you want to do your side gig or your side hustle full time, or if you need to continue working and trying to find a different side hustle in the event that this one just doesn't work out for you. So this is the main reason why I read this book, because I wanted to learn about the side hustles that I could do without quitting my job. So in this video, I'm going to be going over this book and I'm going to be sharing the main points from the book. And this way, you don't have to necessarily purchase this book, although I think the book is a very good read and it's also very cheap. This book is for around $10 on Amazon right now. I think it's less than $10 right now, probably. Also, link down below in the description where you can actually go on Amazon and purchase a copy of this book. But if you just want to know the main ideas that are in this book and you don't necessarily want to purchase it, then that's what I'm going to be talking about here. However, I can't give you guys all the information in the book. So if you watch this video and you like what I'm saying about the book, then definitely I think you should go ahead and purchase a copy of this book, because this book actually has some ideas that can make you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, over $5,000 per month if you execute them properly. Now, as always, before I get started, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here and you're seeing me for the very first time, my name is Eann, and on this channel, I post videos every single day on topics related to making money, saving money, investing money, credit cards, and anything that has to do with personal finance. So if you like these kinds of videos and these topics, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It's 100% free, and that's how these videos can get recommended to other people and potentially help someone out as well. Also, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on all the notifications, and that way you'll be able to get the updates of when I post new videos on this channel. Now, I'm always curious to know what you guys are thinking, so if you wouldn't mind commenting below and letting me know how much money you'd like to make from a side gig without having to quit your full-time job per month. If you could spend 3 to 4 hours per week on a side gig, how much money would that side gig need to make you for it to be worth your time? Would it be $1,000 per month? Would it be $2,000 per month? Would it be $5,000 per month? Or would it be $10,000 per month? Comment below and let me know. So without telling you about all the ideas in the book or ways to make money, I'm going to be sharing with you the main points from the book, so you don't necessarily have to purchase it, but I recommend that you do purchase the book and read it yourself. So the main point, or the first main point that I want to talk about in this book on how to make money or how to develop that side hustle that makes money, is to find a problem. This is how you know your side hustle will be successful. So what you want to do is you want to look around and you want to see what problems people are having and how you can either create a product or a service to fix that problem. Now, you may be wondering, how do I actually choose the right problem, or how do I find the right problem to find a solution to? Now, this is actually very easy. What you want to do is you need to find a problem, because there are lots of problems around, but then you want to think about what product or service would fix that problem, and then you want to do your market research. So you would go online, or you would check some stores or wherever that product or service may be. You want to search to see if anyone already has that service or product. So for example, let's say people had pets, they had dogs as pets, and the dogs kept having cavities, right? A solution to that would be creating some treat for dogs or pets that clean their teeth, and that way they no longer have cavities, or they don't develop cavities in the first place. So right there, you would be solving that problem. Probably saving the pet owners a lot of money, because that product would be much cheaper than taking their dogs to the vet each time. However, the first thing that you want to do is you want to find out if anyone else has done this before. Now, if someone else has done it before or is doing it right now, then that's actually very good, because that means that there is a market for it and people actually want that product or service. And if no one has done it before, then that could also be good, because that means that you're probably going to be the first person to do it. So you get to make more money, or it could mean that someone else has tried it before and it failed. Nobody wants that product or service. So if you don't find that product or service available, you want to still dig to find out if anyone has actually tried it in the past. Now, when you find this problem and you decide that you're going to be working to create a solution to this problem, when you create the solution, the first thing that you need to do is to do user testing. So this is when you get your family or friends or just random people to test the product or service. So in my previous example of the dog treat for cavities, you could make this product available to a friend or friends because you want multiple people to use it. So you can make it available to friends and random people who have dogs. Let them use it on their dogs, and then you would take their feedback. This is where you gather feedback from these people. Now, one of two things is going to happen here. They are either going to love the product and tell you that they will purchase it, or they're going to tell you that they hate it and they'll tell you why they don't like it. Now, if they like it, you can move on to the next step. If they don't like it, you want to understand why they don't like it, and then you want to do one of the following things. You want to either, one, revise the product so that they like it. Maybe the dogs don't like the treat because it doesn't taste very well. Maybe you need to change the flavor or something, or maybe the idea isn't very good and instead the pet owners will tell you that what they really want is some other treats or something else for dogs. So you can actually get an idea of what people actually want, and that way you can create a solution based on the feedback that you've gotten. Now, the second main point of this book was originality. I know I mentioned before that you should always check the market to see if the product or service that you're trying to create to solve a particular problem is already available. Now, if it is already available, then that's great news. You don't have to be original. This doesn't have to be some new idea that no one has thought about before or no one has done before. If you look around right now, there are hundreds of thousands of companies doing the same exact thing in the same exact line of business, creating the same products, and they're making a lot of money. Think about it, right? When you go to the supermarket, for example, and you want to purchase anything, usually you have multiple options. You have the same product, but you have different brands and different options. So you get to choose which one you want to purchase. You can make your choice based on quality, based on where the products are made. You can make your choice based on the type of company. Maybe you like spending your money with people who do all they can to protect the environment or some other social issues. Maybe you shop with only cost in mind, so you purchase the cheapest item. So the main point here is that you do not have to be original. If you find a problem and you think that there aren't enough solutions on the market for that problem, or you think that you can still create a similar solution and you will still have a fair share of the market and make money, then that's great. In that case, you should go ahead because originality is not what you're looking for here. Remember, the point of these side hustles is to make you money and not to be original. Now, the third main point in this book is for you to become a middleman. And yes, I said that. You want to become a middleman, or you should consider becoming a middleman. You want to be the best middleman ever. So if you don't know, a middleman is simply in between the product and the person who is purchasing the product or service. So a simple example here would be me shopping on Amazon right now. Let's say I had a pet and I wanted to get that treat to help prevent cavities in my dog's teeth. I could go on your website and I can purchase that treat and have it shipped to my door in 3 to 5 days, which is great. However, if someone is living in another country, like Bangladesh, for example, they may not be able to get that product because probably Amazon doesn't ship there, or maybe your website doesn't ship there. So to make money, you wouldn't necessarily have to create a product, do market research, do all that stuff. All you will need to do here is to be a great middleman. So you find out about these products that people want, and then you try to figure out if the people where you are locally actually want these products as well, and then you figure out a way to become the middleman and have these products shipped to them. So in this example, you can set up a service where the items can ship from the US to Bangladesh, and then you can make these items available to your customers so they can still go on Amazon and they can shop for this product or any other products. They can ship them to an address that you provide, and then you get those products imported to that country, and of course, you charge them a small fee for doing that. So right here, you're actually solving a problem, a very important problem. So in the same sense, you can be a middleman here in the US or wherever you are, because a few years ago, I was a middleman where I would list CCTV cameras on a website, but I wouldn't actually have those cameras in stock. what I would do is I would take the orders from my website and then I would simply go to a wholesaler's website from China, and then I would make that purchase, and then the items shipped directly from the wholesaler to the customers, and they really wouldn't know, and I would make money. And so I was the middleman in that case. So you can still become a middleman. All you really need to do is to find out what products people want and how you can get to purchase those products at such a low cost that you can still profit and sell them. Now, the final idea that was really good from this book that I want to share is to consider doing a seasonal business. What I mean by a seasonal business is that you want to think about a business where you can sell products or services depending on the time of year. So for example, if it's Easter, then you can sell Easter products. If it's summer, then you can sell beachwear or summer apparel. If it's Christmas, then you can sell Christmas clothing, or you can send out Christmas cards, or you can even have a service where you have personalized Christmas cards where I could come onto your website, I could type what I want to be sent, and you'll send those Christmas cards for me. Unique Christmas cards to a bunch of people that I choose, or maybe there is going to be a wedding or a birthday party and I wanted everyone to wear a particular shirt with something written on that shirt, or I wanted some promotional items. And you can do this for almost any season and any holiday. You have the 4th of July, you have Independence, you have Christmas, you have New Year's, you have birthdays, weddings, the list could go on and on and on. Now, the reason for going into this type of seasonal business is that you always have some season or holiday or special occasion right throughout the year where you can make money from, and people tend to spend a lot more money on these types of seasons or seasonal purchases and these one-off special occasions. So if a person doesn't normally spend $100 on gifts, then for a birthday, they may spend $500 or $1,000. If someone is frugal and they don't really spend a lot of money, then they may be more open to spending money where it comes on to Christmas or New Year's, because they don't do it all the time, and this is just one time of year that they actually splurge. So by being in this business, you can actually get people who don't normally spend a lot of money, spending a lot of money, who will use your products and services. And so this is also another type of business to consider. Now, as I mentioned before, I can't go through the book and tell you all the ideas that were in the book, all the side hustles that you can use to make money, but I can tell you that it's a very good read, and if you can't afford to spend $10 or thereabout, then you should definitely go on Amazon, purchase this book. When you purchase this book, you can read it, give it to your friend, or lend it to your friends and your family, and have everybody read this book, because I think this is a very good book to read. With that said, I'll be leaving a link to that book down below, so if you want to grab a copy, you can go ahead and do so, or if not, these were the main points from the book. So I want you guys to comment below and let me know what you think about this book now. Have you read this book before, or will you be reading this book now that I'm telling you about it? As always, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like the content, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate it. It helps the channel out a ton. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And be sure to turn on all the notifications, and that way you'll be able to get the updates every day when I post a new video here. All the best with your side hustles and making money without quitting your job, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.